Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a great day. We are in the Kingdoms mining mesa, and you can see large portions of this mesa where all the red sand has been taken away. I used so much of it in Season 1 to build Regnum because all the roofs are made out of red sandstone. That like dark red color is actually red sandstone in the texture pack. But this village holds a little something special, and that is this guy. This mending librarian sells mending books for 18 emeralds. I want to start connecting up the old world and the new world with a giant ice boat path. And it's going to be a lot of digging. Like, it's going to be an absurd amount of digging. I think I'm going to be digging a tunnel that's like over 1,000 blocks long in the nether. So I wanted to make a couple pickaxes just to use as work pickaxes. I did break my extra work pickaxe when I was digging out the nether hub just by being careless. I wasn't paying attention and it broke. But I've got a couple things together. So I have actually a couple of mending pickaxes. This one I'm pretty sure we found at one point in the end. And this was just an extra leftover mending fortune pick that I found in one of my storage rooms somewhere. So between all of this, we'll have enough to make 2 fortune 3 picks with mending on them, and then an extra just unbreaking efficiency 5 pick as well that has mending on it. And I've got an extra mending book that I can put on my sword here. Hopefully it will take. I'm a little concerned that that sword is going to not accept any more enchantments. But if that's the case, then so be it. Oh man, the lag. But if that's the case, then so be it. So I'm going to head to the end and do a bit of enchanting and level gaining and stuff so I can get some of these efficiency picks. And then I'm just going to spend a whole bunch of time off camera digging tunnels. So, after I recorded that last clip, I did a little bit of a live stream. And I decided to start working on this tunnel that goes all the way back to the old world. And this packed ice goes all the way there. This is going to be an ice boat pathway so that you'll actually be able to get back and forth relatively quickly. And then I ran into some problems. That's when this happened. How am I liking Season 6 of Hermitcraft so far? So far, so good. Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, we need to get... No! 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 Get out! No! No! Well, that is highly unfortunate. So then I spent basically the rest of that entire live stream replacing everything that I lost, or at least as much of it as I could. Unfortunately, I lost my yellow shulker box, the one that I kept in my ender chest that had essentially all my important stuff in it. And in addition to a bunch of like diamond tools and stuff that I'd enchanted earlier today, or earlier that day, because it's actually a couple days later now, I also lost an entire beacon and beacon base made of 2.5 stacks of iron blocks. And for a world that doesn't have an iron farm, that's pretty brutal. I also lost my infinity mending bow, which is something you can't actually get anymore. Luckily, I was able to find one in chests in the old world and essentially make a new one because I was able to find a bow that did have infinity and mending on it. So I remade that as well. So I was able to replace all my gear, but the beacon and the beacon base unfortunately are lost forever. And there was probably some other stuff in there too that was like at least somewhat important. But now we're back. I think what I'm gonna do, I really want to get this tunnel like taken care of. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do another live stream right now and work on this tunnel to see if I can get it completed. Alrighty guys, I have returned. Stream is done, and we got this finished. Now, obviously, the tunnel itself looks really bad. It's not finished yet from a design perspective, but it is done from a functional perspective. So basically down here, these are all stairs. There's stone brick stairs, packed ice in the middle, buttons on top to prevent any mobs from spawning on top of the packed ice, and then glass panes to keep your boat in line. And now that this is here, I can get back and forth from the old world and the new world pretty quickly. Like, I mean, it's pretty fast. Also, I can't wait till Optifine is out for 1.13.1, because holy cow, the frames when you're going back and forth, like suddenly I'll just drop from like 150, 200 frames to like 25. It's pretty terrible. But our end portal is up here. Well, our end portal is down this pathway. And I'm a little curious. I mean, it's like right there. If I dig down just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so this goes to our end portal. So what we could probably do, I kind of want to make this this tunnel, and I want to be clear. I don't want to spend the next 10 episodes just doing random nether tunnels and stuff like that. But I do find myself going to the end, you know, relatively often, because every time I need to repair my tools or anything like that, I got to go to the end. How long is this tunnel? It might be worth it making an ice boat road here as well. Just kind of looking at this. Yeah, this is a little bit of a journey. I think we'll probably want to make this into an ice boat road as well. And then coming out of that, like, upper door. Yeah, here's the, there's the portal right there that goes to the end. So I probably want to dig this out. Maybe raise it up just a little bit so I've got some room to work with. And probably turn this into an ice boat path as well. Just so we can get to the end much more quickly. Now, if we pop through this portal, you come out over here on this little island. There's a savanna over here. And then down here underneath the water is our end portal. This is like the jankiest end portal room I've ever had. It's so bad. So we need to do something with this as well. This room needs to be dealt with. But there's water like directly on top of it. So it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge to deal with. I'm just kind of thinking it would be kind of cool maybe to do an end portal room and incorporate some of the new 1.13 aquatic stuff. You know, maybe we make this kind of drawing like some inspiration from Iskall and Cubfan's Guardian Farm on Hermitcraft Season 6. Kind of like this underwater viewing room. Kind of like you're in a giant aquarium, I guess, right? So we'd have like a big skylight that would look up into the ocean. Maybe we'd end up using a lot of prismarine and stuff like that. Like, I think it could be really cool. And then what we would probably want to do is, rather than this mess of a staircase thing, we'd probably have a staircase that would come straight up here. Or even maybe we'd actually just put the portal down there, because I don't think there's really anything else of value here. Like, I haven't built anything over here. So yeah, we could probably just put the portal underground in the end portal room. So that would probably work. I'm going to need a beacon if I'm going to dig this out, because I don't want it to be like huge, but I also don't want it to be itty bitty. I'm just thinking, oh, what's back there? Is there an abandoned mine shaft back here? Oh, check that out. I didn't even know this was here. Oh, that's so cool. I had our end portal room for the Season 2 region of the world is connected to an abandoned mine shaft. What are the odds of that? I mean, unfortunately, I don't really have any torches. Let's just try and wall that off. I don't think well, actually, it's a very small abandoned mine shaft, but I'll bet if you dug around here a little bit, you would find, yeah, see, down here, there's a little bit more. So we could grab, oh, my axe is in my ender chest. But anyway, this is actually connected to an abandoned mine shaft. I didn't even realize that. I mean, I guess I've explored a little bit of it, but that's actually really good because abandoned mine shafts are a great place to find iron. And after that travesty with our beacon, losing that yellow shulker box, and essentially as a result, losing an entire 2.5 stacks of iron blocks in a world that doesn't have a iron farm. Yeah, that iron farm needs to go on my to-do list. But that's really good. That means we might actually find some iron around here. That's not a cave spider, right? No, that's just a regular spider. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing some potential here. In a lot of ways. I mean, we'll want to dig a lot of this out. Oh, look at all these. Man, golden apples, rails. I mean, the rails are whatever, but the golden apples are nice. Oh, and then there's another one up here. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's so much free stuff. Iron gates. Man, wait, is there a floating minecart I saw? No, it was a stone block. I'm just going crazy. Okay. Thank you for not seeing me, Mr. Creeper. What? Oh, hi. No, cave spider. Die. Okay. Whew. And there's like a whole ravine here as well. Man, there's like so many things that have generated in close proximity to each other. Like, we could maybe do some cool stuff with this. I'm getting some ideas. Anyway, I think what I want to do first is probably go get my beacon. I do still have a beacon. The beacon that I lost as a result of our little mishap in the Nether was like my project beacon, I guess you would say. It was like my extra beacon. I had 2 beacons in this world. One that I kind of carried around with me in case I needed to dig something out, and one that was like my mining beacon. Actually, I had it set up in Nimbonia, but it was meant to be my mining beacon. So I do still have a beacon and a beacon base. So what I'll probably want to do is head back, grab that, set it up over here somewhere. Oh, now I gotta find my way out. How does one escape from this place? I'm lost. Oh no. Yeah, I think I want to try and find my way out of here. I think it was this. Oh man. I'm never gonna find my way out. I might just dig back to the surface. Anyway, I think what I want to do is go get the beacon, dig out the end portal room to a reasonable size. It doesn't need to be massive, but I'd like it to be a little bit bigger than it is right now. It's a little too small right now. And then maybe we start working with like some prismarine and stuff like that and see if we can create kind of a cool end portal room. And then if we manage to do that, oh man, it's so dark. If we manage to create a decent end portal room, we can potentially go ahead and, dig out the nether tunnel that will lead to it, turn that into an ice boat rail and all that kind of good stuff as well. So yeah, first things first though, I need to figure out how to get back to the end portal room because I'm lost. I don't know where I went. Anyway, I'm gonna look around for a bit. Oh, there it is. I see it. We have found our way. Okay, so I'm gonna return back to the main area, grab some stuff, and start digging this out. I'm trapped on something. And it looks like the water is literally up at this level, which kinda stinks. So I'll probably wanna put some stone down on top, like up here. Yeah, you can see this. So we'll probably wanna cover this with stone so there's a little bit of space with stuff and yeah. Anyway, I got work to do. Let me get to it. Alrighty guys, I am back. I've dug out the portal room and kind of made it the size that I want. I think the nether portal is gonna go like right about here. And then this will be the actual portal room. There's water directly above this. If we actually go outside, I know it's going to be dark because I don't have a conduit or anything, but I actually had to bring this up a little ways because it would have gone through the ocean and I didn't want to flood the whole thing. But I think this will be big enough. So now what I need to do is down. You can, okay, there we go. Now what I need to do is actually design this. I want you to basically walk through the portal. How do we get back up here? I want you to basically walk through the nether portal and then walk forward and go down. I don't want you to actually have to go up a flight of stairs at all. So like our floor level is gonna be here. And then we'll have an open window there. And some cool stuff like that. So I got some designing to do. I don't know exactly how I want to do this yet. I know I definitely want to use dark prismarine. And probably white stained glass for the ceiling up there. But beyond that, I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to play around with some things and get some building done. I'll be back with you with an update in just a moment. By the way, there was an issue with the Kingdom's data pack. There was basically a typo where I accidentally made it so that you couldn't smelt nether rack into nether brick, and that has now been fixed. So if we take this and send this out, that should all start smelting into nether brick as it's supposed to. And you'll see an updated link to the, you'll see a link to the updated data pack in the description if that's something that you are using. So yeah, that's been fixed now. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got a design worked out that I'm happy with. So here's the plan. We're gonna have, well, hold on. Let me just grab, there we go. Let's make some polished diorite like so. We're going to basically have a walkway of polished diorite. And I'm just going to do one of these because I want you to fall in, like I want you to walk straight forward and fall into the portal. That's the plan. The nether portal is going to be over here. So this will be like your entrance into the room, right? Let's just do something like this. And you'll have a walkway that kind of comes along like so. Okay. And then back here, this is going to be like a little, like a staging room, I guess you would call it. You know, like if you need to go and fight the Ender Dragon, for example, and you want to set your spawn, or maybe there's just something you need to craft quick or cook up some food or whatever. Like over here, there'll be like a little bed, a couple chests, crafting benches, and a couple furnaces. You know, nothing too fancy, but like a little staging area if you need to prepare for something in the end and you want to set your spawn here, essentially. That's what's going to be back. This will be like a little smaller room that's kind of like attached, right? And then back here, behind this, I think I'm going to go with a light gray concrete background, because I think it makes a really nice background block and it goes really well with the dark prismarine. Right? So we'll do something like that. For lighting, this chest. For lighting, we're going to do sea lanterns. And I'm going to put sea lanterns in basically right in the middle going down. You know what? Probably easier to just put these in our offhand so we can place them a little bit more easily. But we'll do that on all the different pillars, right? So that should give us a decent amount of light. However, it's not going to be quite enough. So we're also going to stagger lights like this on the ground as well. And then we'll take the polished diorite like so. Fill all of that in. And then I'm going to grab some stone slabs, and we'll put those down here. Please. I can't seem to place the blocks I want to place. This whole area, this whole room back here is all going to be a polished diorite floor. So this whole thing, that'll all be the polished diorite. And then over here, we'll have the same thing with stone slabs. Like so. And then I think what I'm going to do is I want to take this part and basically swap this out for black concrete, which will create kind of the effect that this whole thing is over like a void of some sort. I think that'll be really cool. We did something kind of similar, I think, when we did the end portal room in Hermitcraft Season 5. I think we did something like this. I'm trying to think back now. It's been a little while. But this will all end up being black concrete, right? And then, remember, it'll still be lit up properly because all of these will be prismarine lanterns. Like so. I want to make sure I don't fall into the end portal. That would be kind of unfortunate. But something along these lines, I think, is kind of the plan. And then I want to build just one little full section of this together. And then after that, I'll build the rest off camera and come back when we design this room. So basically this whole, like each one of these individual sections is going to be identical. So the plan, I need a crafting bench. There we go. The plan is going to be to make some stairs, and we'll go basically like this with a stair, 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 right? So it's going to kind of come out like this, and then up top, it's going to go like that, right? And then we'll also have something like this, I think, and then I'm kind of leaning towards something along those lines, which will ultimately kind of go up into a big sort of like picture window type thing up above. Right? And then right here is where that picture window will go. And it's going to be pretty big. Like this whole thing is basically going to be one big window that'll look up and you'll see the ocean above. So I think that'll be pretty cool. It's going to take a little bit of doing, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. And I think it'll look pretty fantastic. So, yeah, I got a bit of building to do. Let me get to work on this, guys. And I'll be back with you in just a sec. All right, guys, I am back. Portal is in place in the overworld. I haven't put the one that's actually in the nether in the right spot yet to properly sync it up, but I'll do that. And the room is basically built. I know it's nothing fancy, but I didn't really want anything super fancy. Like, sometimes simple is good. But I want to do this little area back here now, that little kind of staging area that we were talking about earlier. And I need to find, there we go. I want to have 3 crafting tables, 1, 2, 3. And then I want prismarine stairs, I think, to go like this. Because we want to have chests, crafting tables, furnaces, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I think we'll do something like that. And then let's grab some concrete, or not some concrete, some cobblestone, I should say. Let's make 9 furnaces, and I think we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. And then, oh man, how many chests? Let's start with 16. Let's see, we're gonna do 1, 2. Okay, so that's a good start. Oh, I think I need like 1, 2, 3 more chests, or 3 chests total. So that should be enough, because then we'll go boop, boop, and boop. There. So then you've got a bed, you've got some furnaces, you've got some crafting benches, you got some tables, all the kind of essentials, so to speak. Kind of hiding in a little room back here. Everything's all lit up with all the prismarine lanterns and everything. And you can kind of see some fishes swimming around sometimes. Honestly, I have to admit, the glass window didn't really turn out as well as I'd hoped that it would. And I think it's because we don't have these chunks are old, so we don't have like all the kelp and stuff like that, the tropical fish, you know. I don't think it's terrible though. I think it's really cool when you see schools of fish swimming around. You just don't see them very often. And I'm fine with the fact, I'm fine with the size of the window. I just wish you could see through it a little bit better and that it was a little bit brighter out there. But I think it's okay for now. It gives kind of the effect that I want when you walk through this portal and you see a couple fish swimming about. I think that's kind of cool. But I don't know. I'm fairly happy with this. Obviously, it does lead into the end. It looks like it was actually built instead of just a random stronghold. We've got some practicality stuff here. Oh, actually, there's something I still need to do. We need to get these stairs all in place to kind of decorate this out a little bit. Yeah, okay. And then, do I want to put stairs up here? What's the other side look like? Other side is all stairs as well. But there's no rule that says I have to follow the same pattern on each side, so maybe it would be better to do slabs up here. I don't know. That's tough. Let's try it with the stairs and see what we think. See if we like that any better. Oop, I'm breaking things. Ah, there we go. All right, let's try it with stairs instead. Is that better? Yeah, I think it is. I think I prefer it with the stairs. Cool. Well, either way, gets the job done, has some function, you know, gives you everything you need if you need to prepare for an Ender Dragon fight. We kind of have everything right there. And I think I'm fairly happy with this little room, you know? And obviously you can get into the end. That's also kind of important. So the last thing I need to do is sync up this portal and make an ice boat road, but I think that's stuff that I can do off camera between episodes because, guys, I am out of time for this one. So, my friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Also, I have been streaming lately on Twitch, so remember to follow me over there if that's something you're interested in seeing. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.